The New World Order is coming, and no one is talking about it.
The affirmative task we have now is to actually create a new world order.
While everyone thinks it won't happen, governments have been working behind the scenes and are investing heavily to begin the process of total domination before everyone finds out. Get ready, because the world order could be launched at any moment. Have you ever noticed that there are signs all around you that seem invisible to most people? Something so big, so profound, and so well designed that even before your eyes, it remains hidden? Imagine for a moment that what you thought was just politics, economics, or technological advances is actually part of a millennia-old project. A project that has been prophesied in ancient texts, mentioned by scholars throughout history, and that is now taking shape before our eyes. Today, you will discover the secret steps of the New World Order that aren't being revealed in the headlines, but that can completely change your spiritual and emotional life. What's coming isn't just a political movement. It's a global transformation of control, manipulation, and faith. And here's the promise. If you stay until the end of this video, you will understand the spiritual key that can shield your mind and soul against what has already begun, even if almost no one notices. Stop for a moment and ask yourself, why do you feel, deep down, that something is not right in the world? Why, even in the midst of technological abundance, do so many live in fear, anxiety, and confusion? It's no coincidence. This feeling is the spiritual response of your heart, which recognizes, even without visible evidence, that a force majeure is in motion. The signs of moral collapse, the rise in violence, the reversal of values, and the replacement of faith by systems of control are not mere historical accidents. They are carefully planned steps, as if we were being led, little by little, into an invisible trap. And this is where you need to pay maximum attention, because what seems like just politics, economics, or culture is actually a spiritual battlefield. It all begins quietly, a whisper here, a subtle change there. Nothing is imposed all at once, because great transformations don't arrive like storms. They infiltrate like subtle currents, almost imperceptible, but powerful enough to alter the flow of everyday life. History is full of examples: cultural revolutions, technological advances, social reconfigurations, always introduced gradually. They first appear as solutions, something that promises to make life easier or solve a problem. Later, these same measures become needs, something we begin to feel we can no longer live without. And eventually, they turn into obligations, silent rules that shape behaviors and limit choices without us realizing it. The systems you trust today, government institutions, media, large corporations, educational structures, are slowly aligning, like pieces of a puzzle you can't yet fully see. This convergence is no accident. It has a name, a concept that experts have been observing for decades: New World Order. And it's not an abstract idea. It's all well-planned power machine, with gears that fit together almost invisibly. And guess what? It doesn't come out of nowhere. The origin of this coordinated impulse lies in America, which has become the epicenter of the greatest global changes in recent centuries. Politics, economics, pop culture, technology, almost everything that shapes the modern world has a deep roots in this same pole of influence. But what many don't realize is that this protagonism works as platform of a greater plan, almost as if all these seemingly disconnected pieces were, in fact, moves in a global chess game. The ancients called this the power that rises from the West. Historians and scholars of geopolitics warned of the empire that rises to rule the people. Today, we can see this prediction come to fruition: the formation of a centralized global system, which presents itself as ideologically progressive, modern, and inclusive. But beneath this facade, there are invisible chains, lines of influence that seek to shape people's thoughts, emotions, and even spirituality. It's as if every trend, every technology, every decision made on a global scale is orchestrated to guide humanity, even if imperceptibly. What you are witnessing now is just the first act of this story. If everything continues as it is now, there will come a time when the simplest choices in your life, what to buy, how to communicate, where to travel, even how to express yourself, will be filtered, evaluated, and limited by an invisible central control, silent and absolute. But calm down. It's not too late to observe, understand, and prepare. And here's the most important point. The one few realize the signals are all around you. Every cultural shift, every policy, every technological advancement has its purpose within this larger mosaic. But the big takeaway is realizing that this is not just political or economic. It is deeply spiritual. How you react, the faith you hold, the values you choose to uphold. All of these will be decisive in how you face what lies ahead. Ancient prophets spoke of an order that would govern all the peoples of the earth, a kingdom without borders, but with absolute power. Historians have documented that empires have always risen and fallen in cycles, but they all had one thing in common: the ambition to rule not just territories, but consciences. More recently, geopolitical experts have revealed reports that point to how international agreements, secret treaties, and global organizations are preparing the invisible structure of this centralized government. If you are enjoying the video so far, subscribe and comment what you think about the video. Some former insiders who participated in high-level meetings described that the most important decisions are not taken on camera. They take place in closed rooms where few have access and are implemented gradually so that the population accepts it as if it were something natural. And most disturbingly, many of these movements are accompanied by spiritual symbolisms, as if politics were just the surface, while in the depths, there is a spiritual battleboard in action. You've probably heard of secret societies, think tanks, and global influence groups. But here's the detail almost no one reveals. Many of these groups have been working together for decades, sharing information that never reaches the public, making plans that seem disconnected, but they are part of a single strategy. And the most intriguing thing? Not everyone involved understands the full picture. Some people participate believing in economic, technological, or political solutions, without realizing they are contributing to something that transcends the material, something that directly affects people's freedom and faith. Imagine a gigantic chessboard, where every decision made in Washington, New York, or Geneva moves a piece that invisibly affects your daily life. Every law, every surveillance policy, every technological trend is carefully designed to shape behaviors, beliefs, and choices. But here's the part that few understand. Not everything is visible. There are layers of spiritual influence, subtly embedded in our culture, media, and technology, designed to confuse, divert attention, and weaken our perception of truth. And that's exactly where your awareness comes in. Observing, questioning, and recognizing these signs before it's too late. Now, you might be wondering, if all this is happening, how can I protect myself? The good news is that the first step is to know. The more you understand the signs, the more you can discern between what is real and what is manipulated. Historically, people who have maintained spiritual and emotional clarity during major social and political changes have been able to preserve their internal and external freedoms. It's as if history were giving us a map, but it's up to each of us to decipher it. Every time you identify a pattern, notice a signal, or question a narrative, you are strengthening your psychological and spiritual resistance. This is the most powerful benefit: the ability to make conscious decisions, protecting your mind, your heart, and your faith, even in the face of a system that seems omnipresent. And remember, all of this has already been predicted. Prophets, historians, and social pattern experts have all predicted that moments like this would come. Every sign you observe today is an echo of the past, a callback that alerts us to the need for vigilance, discernment, and spiritual preparation. But what comes next is even more disturbing. There are events happening right now, before our eyes, that no one is connecting properly. Subtle international policy movements, strategic corporate decisions, emerging technologies, and even seemingly innocent cultural messages, all are shaping a web that can change humanity forever. And the question no one is asking is, what does it really mean to be prepared for what's coming? What you just saw is just the first layer of this global plan. There are even deeper layers, secrets that few people have been privy to, and that, when revealed, will change the way you view every choice you make every day. If you want to stay up to date with all the signs and prophecies, subscribe to the channel. Leave your like and comment, God is good. In the next video, we will expose documents, reports, and evidence that few dared to share. Prepare yourself, because what you are about to see may challenge everything you believed to be safe, true, and possible. And one last thing, the signs are all around you, even now. As you watch, some messages are clear, others coded, but each is a piece of the puzzle we're beginning to put together. The next chapter of this story won't just inform, it will transform your perception of reality. Be careful, because when we connect all the pieces, there will be no way to ignore the New World Order, and you will need to decide where you want to be, passively observing or aware, prepared and steadfast.